say?
I'll just tell you if someone asks you a question in the chat.
Walking down the sidewalk, kicking my feet as I'm moving to the music. Step to the beat. I woke up today, canceled all my plans, and I stepped right outside with my guitar in my hands, and the notes became loud as the sound caressed.
This episode has been brought to you by GoDaddy. Visit GoDaddy.com and use offer code Jeff20 off or Jeff295 for great discounts. And by BitGravity, the exclusive HD provider of the Tech Buzz Network. For live streaming of mission-critical events, trust BitGravity. Visit BitGravity.com for more information. And by New Tech, the makers of the TriCaster 40. Stun your viewers, not your accountant. Visit newtech.com and find out more about all the TriCaster line.
Wowzers! Here we go! Episode 20 on August 1st, 2013. Time is flying by, and it is crazy that we're in episode 20 here on the Jeff Adams Show on the Tech Buzz Network. And without further ado, I want to introduce all the people involved in the Jeff Adams Show. The Merry Monk of Love. How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing well. I tried to improve the set over here on my end. Hope you appreciate the hard work that went into that. I have a plant and everything.
Oh, very nice. It's a lovely plant. Lovely plant there.
And then you, of course, have taken it up another level, yet another level. I can't catch up to you.
I think
now you've got 2 screens and some awards and all kinds of cool lighting. And I don't know, do you have 2 plants now?
Yeah, 2 plants.
2 plants now.
That I
you got
borrowed
your awards. Jeez.
I borrowed the plants from the house. My wife was saying, "Where's all my plants?" But after I get done with them, I put them back. You know, budget cuts. At least your plant's going to grow in 6 months.
I'm playing. Yeah, mine is a real plant. That is actually something I've got that you don't. So,
yeah.
Hey, if you want to call in, 1-888-547-8383, it is the Jeff Adams Show.
And I want to introduce the Wizard of Broadcast Magic. If he has a camera, I'm not sure if he does or not. If he does, he can wave in and say hello.
Hey, there he is.
Pushing the buttons, making it all happen. Tech Buzz Network. And want to introduce something kind of new to the Jeff Adams Show, which could be a accident ready to happen because we are very close in life. Let's give it up for Stacey Adams. How you doing, Stacey Adams?
I'm great. How's everybody? I'm here to chaperone these boys today.
Chaperone.
Oh, no. This has
geez.
altered the dynamic. This is just too, I don't know. I'm just going to be quiet now.
The counselor.
I'm the minority here, so.
No.
The shrink.
Your vote
recommended
counts more.
The shrink actually recommended it and said it was good therapy, but I don't know. I mean, it could cause more going back to the shrink. I don't know. But any event. So it's episode 20 on the Jeff Adams Show. Time flies. I can't believe we are in the 20th episode of doing this, and it just gets better and better with time.
It really does. I mean, just the production quality is amazing. I would love to see a comparison, like a still shot of now and then, just that, and the content's not that bad either.
Yeah, I'm sure. Steven will probably pull something up later on and show us the old with the new. But man, I got to tell you, we were out on the town last Friday night, doing a man's night, doing the do with a bunch of old friends and getting together, and wow, it was an experiment, huh?
Yeah, before the show, we were talking about, hey, do you got video of the other night? And Stacey was asking about it. I said, oh, no, that's top secret man stuff. We can't show you. And she's like, actually, I did see some video. So I don't know where she got that video. But Stacey, was there anything incriminating there?
Unfortunately, no. It was pretty boring.
Really?
Yeah.
And would you go sneak the shot off of Jeff's camera, go look at what was going on, just like behind his back so you could keep tabs on him, or how did you get a hold of that video?
He was bored enough to actually text me while you guys were out and shoot me a video over text. So
Well, the funny thing with that video is, it was funny. I think like our buddy Nino. I mean, he documented the night pretty well. I mean, he was taking pictures, and I didn't do anything towards the end of the night, so I did a video, and I like flashed it around. I said, "Old man in the club," which was really true because I think it was like 12 o'clock. We got together around 6:30 or 7, and it was really a sad. The video was actually a sad sight. We were in this like basement bar. And there was all these TVs, and we were doing everything that a 40-year-old man does. We were just gazing at the TV, not talking to each other, just staring at the TVs. And we could care less if we were out anymore. And everybody's like, "Yeah." And then I think Nate Manners said, "Yeah, I got to get going. I got to get going." And it was just
gotta get out.
Like, "Yeah, let's go. Yeah, it's time to go."
Yeah.
And we were all.
What's kind of funny is that the choice of venue that you guys chose for Friday night was so different than the choice of venue that I chose for my 2 girlfriends that I hadn't seen in 19 years. And I went and kind of did the same thing, but a girls' night. You guys are like in a club, it's loud, you can't talk, you can't hear each other. And we're like in a quiet wine bar having conversation and reminiscing about, our sophomore year of college. Just like the minds of men and women, so different.
Well, you didn't get video of earlier in the evening. We started out at Anthony's Pizza, had a nice time there, had great pizza, and then went down to Wally's, which was the opposite of what you saw on the video. I mean, it was still a bunch of old men sitting around a table, but we were sitting at Wally's, which is a whole different vibe and environment. And, we could hear each other. And
I know Wally's, been there before.
Yeah. So we're just hanging there, and that's my speed. That's what I had actually suggested Wally's. But then, there's a number of us there, and Nate Manners had suggested that we go down to a club where one of his buddies was spinning downtown. And so we're all right, well, we'll mix it up a little bit. And then we ended up downtown. So then you saw all of that. But regardless of the venue, it was just a bunch of old men sitting around a table.
Yeah,
when you recommended Wally's, did you know that there was no AC there?
Is there really no AC at Wally's?
That's what Jeff told me. So I'm assuming he was sweating for a reason, or just because that's his normal body temperature.
Is it?
Yeah, well, it got worse.
A sweaty Sasquatch.
Yeah, Nate said, "Hey, let's go down to my friend's, club," and we went out, and it was outside. It was up on this roof, and so we went there, and it was kind of humorous. There's all these, techno lights. When we were in our 20s, we probably thought, "Oh, this is so cool." And there was like a VIP rope, and Nate goes, "Come on, you're in the VIP." So we cross this rope, sat next to the DJ, and just sitting there. We couldn't even have a conversation. We were just looking at each other and go. And it was actually hotter than it was in the bar. And I remember at one point,
it was like the VIP sweat lodge. We were having visions and everything.
Oh yeah, and I think at one point I screamed and go, "Guys, I'm sweating like a pastor with a sexual addiction." And everybody just kind of chuckled. But we moved down to some basement, which was actually louder, smokier. Needless to say, it was a great time. I mean, it was great catching up.
I thought it was really fun to catch up. Let me just say this: If Jeff ever tells you that he's going to have Nate Manners on the program, don't miss that episode of the Jeff Adams Show. That guy is hilarious. I don't know what you're doing with me as like a sidekick co-host. That guy's funny. He would do you way better than me, man.
Yeah, he's a funny dude. He's actually going to come on in a couple of weeks and talk about his new artistic business that he's doing besides his music gig. So that should be fun. But he is a hilarious dude for sure.
Yeah. Well, besides talking about your midlife crisis, the program is about creativity. I have some creativity type stuff to bring today. But I do want to ask, Stacey, has Jeff, in all seriousness, has Jeff really been going through it the past couple years? Like kind of a shift? Who am I? What am I doing? What's that look? What does that look like from behind the scenes?
Oh, definitely. From about 2 years ago, almost to the day, really. It seems like the midlife crisis started to hit. I think certain things kind of spawned the midlife crisis, but it's been interesting. I think he's much better, in a better place now than he was even a year ago.
Yeah. So it was just a lot of situations like the work and not really being happy with where he was at and that kind of thing?
As much as he loves artists and has good friendships and close relationships with those that he was working with, I think just the mundane nature of that job was driving him nuts, and he's a much happier person now that he's kind of cut the apron strings.
Yeah, and got out there with a creative outlet, doing some new different things and learning stuff. I've seen you really excited about life lately, Jeff.
Yeah, it's a good place, man. It's a real exciting place to be. I mean, it's a world of possibilities, lots of changes in the life, but it's all for the good, man. It's like you can't sit and live in the past. You got to move forward and keep trucking with it.
Yeah,
and
good for you.
Yeah,
I got a question. Are you guys in the same?
What? Jeez. I feel like I'm in counseling. My wife's here, and you're sitting here asking questions.
No, I'm just wondering. Now that we have her on the show, I mean, it does offer an opportunity for us to. Well, first off, I don't know if I said this on the show. I know I said it in the pre-show, but after seeing your wife, I have like a whole lot more respect for you, Jeff. I mean, there must be something to you to get such a beautiful woman to marry you. I was just thinking of you as this, big Sasquatch guy, but man, look at you.
Well, yeah,
like, on the show with Mark Gungor, he was talking about the two that he was engaged to prior to me, and the fact that they were making fun of the fact that God told those ladies not to marry him. Well, I got kind of the flip side because I prayed and I asked God for a sign, and I was told to marry him, so I just did it.
Oh, so it really wasn't about Jeff. It was like a mission from God.
It was maybe a combination of things.
Okay. Well, I take back what I said then. You got your work cut out for you. Still got some time, though.
And I love Stacey. I think before this, I went down to Walmart probably 45 minutes before the show to get her HD camera for a computer. And, man, Walmart is a very interesting place. I was trying to be rushed, focused, stay on task. Went there, and then the small checkout lines where you got 20 items or less, right? It's a long line. I'm standing in line, and then I don't know, this guy, he was very slow. I think he had Down syndrome, and for real, no joke. And he took each piece of clothes and had it laid out flat in the cart, and he would take each piece and put it up on the register real slow, and it would roll. And the lady looked at me like, oh my gosh, what's going on? So I was getting frustrated. I had it because before I walked there, I ran into a lady in a wheelchair. She's riding one of these electric wheelchairs. It was crowded. It was like a school fiasco. Everybody was at Walmart. And this lady hit me with one of those electrical chairs when I was walking in. So I don't know if it was a handicap day at Walmart. I don't know. So this guy's taking these shirts, putting them up on the register one by one. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I just have this one item to get. And so he pays cash, puts it all down real slow. And he was like a small guy. And I was like, oh God, God bless his soul. And then he has a whole entourage of Down syndrome friends that cut in line after you already paid and put all this other stuff down. And then I'm like sitting there, I'm like, this can't be happening to me. This can't be happening. So I finally get up, 3 of the guys check out. They kind of like just skipped in line. And the lady, she didn't have any teeth, God bless her soul. And she goes, that was some rude shit. I won't say the word, because it's a family show. And she goes, I should have said something. And I was like, you know what? You should have. You work here. And she's like, yeah, I should have. So she didn't even say anything to the Down syndrome people. But you know what? I was about to. Does that make me a wrong person? Getting mad with Down syndrome people?
Does this have something to do with Stacey?
That's what I was wondering for like the punchline. Like, where does the relationship piece come into this Walmart story?
I love you because I stood in line for a webcam so you could do the show in full HD quality. That's why.
Okay. All right. Now wait, one more question. And I know Stacey, you're here. You're going to do the news, and that's really cool. Nice feature here on the program. I have some news as well, maybe some creativity stuff. But I just have to ask: are you just in another room in the same house?
I'm next door. Yeah, I'm in a room next door.
You're in a room in the house next door?
Yeah, our offices just have literally, it's one room and it has a wall.
Oh, okay. So he's just right around the corner in the same house.
Yeah, like if I got up and walked in the other room and waved at you guys, you'd see me behind him.
Could you do that just for fun? I just want to see you break into a set and then go back to your set, and then we'll do the news.
Oh, gosh. What are you doing, man?
I just want to see her in your world. Okay, there she left there. Now here she comes.
All right, here she comes.
You're going to see the happy couple together here.
You got to go back the other way. You just stick your head in right here.
Look at she can't make her way through that maze you've created.
Say that.
There she is. That's great. Look at you guys. You got a whole production studio in there.
She's walking down the wall there. So, anyways.
Yeah.
So,
all right. So, well, you got a news theme or anything? I mean, we're going to do some news, right?
Get my ears on.
She got to get her ears on. Yeah, but we're going to try some news out. And, hey, did you know that you play the lotto at all, Erik?
I've played it in the past. I don't regularly play. I have some numbers that God gave me that have never won, but I'm holding out hope.
Man,
you know how God loves the lottery.
Oh, he loves it.
Oh, well, I don't know anything about what. I mean, all I know is he gave me some numbers to play, and so far it's just a cruel joke.
It's like 290 million now. It's crazy.
Think about how that would change our lives.
It would. I could just sit here all day long in front of a camera
with the two of you in separate rooms.
Yeah,
podcasting till your heart's content.
Yeah, exactly. So, Stacey, we're gonna try this new bit on the Jeff Adams Show. We're gonna talk about some current events in the world of Stacey Adams, and we're gonna get inside of Stacey's head, how she processes the current events. She sits there on Facebook and reads news, and she goes, "Hey, did you hear about?" I'm like, "No, I don't read the news. It depresses me." So let's give it up for Stacey Adams with the news.
Yay!
I'm not really sure you're going to get inside my head with it, but I did have just a few fun things that I thought I would share. We could have a little discussion around. And I tried to keep it light. I didn't want to get into like Anthony Weiner and, what's going on between the House and the Senate. And so I tried to just kind of keep it more fun. I know Erik has one he'd like to add. Or am I supposed to refer to you as Mary Monk? Sorry.
Yeah, I would just like to say that Weiner is the most appropriate name for that guy ever. How did that happen? What kind of weird synchronicity?
Seriously. So we're not going to go there today. It's like way too obvious to even be fun to talk about that guy.
Sexting with a wiener.
Yeah. I heard that he was thinking about running with Erik Holder, and it was going to be the ticket Wiener Holder. So vote Wiener Holder.
How about this one? Sext and the City.
Okay.
Like that?
Sounds good. That's
who
his slogan?
Who would play in that movie?
Well, he's running for mayor of New York, so Sext and the City.
So he would be Mr. Big?
I haven't seen the pictures.
Mr. Big Wiener?
We're straying. We're straying into unfamily-friendly territory. Okay. What do you have?
Well, funny, I kind of have something along the same lines, but I thought this was just interesting for us to converse on. There's a report that came out. Complaints reportedly forced New York City school to remove a book on masturbation from the summer reading list for 6th graders. So, like, either I'm just really prude, or seriously?
What's with these
people? Seriously that it's a book that was available to them at all, or seriously?
No, they were assigned to read this book over the summer, and they had to actually write a report, an essay on the book.
Oh my!
I'll tell you the name of the book. Well, I'll tell you the author is Sherman Alexie, and particularly from the book came the quote, "And if God hadn't wanted us to masturbate, then God wouldn't have given us thumbs. So I thank God for my thumbs." Seriously.
What?
I think I would go ballistic if my 6th grader came home and I saw that in his book, and he had to write an essay on it.
Yeah, I mean, how do you do this? I mean, look, is this what it's teaching you? I don't. Yeah, the Fonzie method. What do you do with that?
Yeah, they're into some kinky stuff. Those 6th graders.
Probably the book should have been sent to 4th graders. The way these kids are growing up these days, with all the chicken nuggets they're eating, developing earlier.
I don't know. I've never thought of my thumb as that crucial to that activity.
I know. I do it the Fonzie method.
I
Yeah.
just thought that was fairly inappropriate for 6th graders.
Yeah, well, they pulled the book, right? It's not on the reading list anymore.
I think they've, decided to pull it from the mandatory reading list, though I think it's still available. So, it figures it was in New York. I mean, you got a pretty progressive community there.
But
there's a happy ending to that story.
But the crazy thing about it is, when do you tell kids? Because some parents don't even talk to the kids about things like this. So I feel probably the government feels like they have to get involved. And
no, I'll take care of it. Thank you. I'll take care of it. I don't need the government's help.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. But some parents don't want to. They don't talk about it. The kids, but they kind of figure it out on their own, little by little, which is a sad situation too. But are
you really against it at all, or do you just not want them teaching the kids about it, or like maybe the kid wasn't tipped off to it yet, and they're like, "Oh, wait, really? Okay, let me try that."
I'm for sure against it. I am against it. I think it's every parent. It's every parent's job to talk to their children, and it sucks that some parents don't give a rip about their kids in this world. But the government doesn't need to get involved at all and send these books. I mean, because you're teaching kids to masturbate with their 2 thumbs, and it's just not a good thing.
So you're opposed to the method. No, you're opposed to, even if there's no pornography or anything that's degrading to women involved, or whatever might come along with the act. You're against just the act itself.
Well, the act could be like the gateway drug. So, marijuana is the gateway drug to meth, right? So masturbating sans porn or sans anything else that might be negatively construed or related to masturbation is sort of the gateway to, when do you need more?
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't had to deal with that yet. I got 3 kids myself, but I don't know. Maybe I'll bring it up at the dinner table. So, kids, you touch yourself?
Well, it could be. Yeah, I'm not getting in that story. All right, next story.
Okay, next.
All right, well, you guys had Mark Gungor on, so I figured it was all fun and games, and I could bring anything to the show, fair game. So.
Yeah, no, it's good that we're getting to the real hard news right off.
This is the important stuff. I told you I was going to keep it fun. So
right,
this next story is something near and dear to Jeff's heart. For probably the last 3 years, I've gotten constant updates on Sasquatch and Bigfoot and where there have been spottings of such a creature, whether such a creature exists. He has a real fascination with both Bigfoot and dinosaurs and the existence today of both of those creatures. So
haven't we proven that Sasquatch exists? He hosts this program.
Well,
Okay, so go ahead.
So hopefully Stephen can pull up the video. I sent a link over and we can take a look. But evidently Bigfoot has been captured on video in Canada. And I watched it last night. It's a little bit tough to see. We'll see if he can pull it up and share it with you guys. You guys can see what you think.
Saw it last night. If you guys can't see it, you can actually go to the blog on the Jeff Adams Show, and it's there.
Oh, I see that pretty clear. That's good.
Oh, what is that? A commercial? Yeah, it looks like a commercial. Stinking YouTube.
Natural gas from Sasquatch.
Well, anyways, yeah. There's actually Steve would pull up in a minute.
Go back to it.
Yeah, he's probably waiting for the commercial to end.
Oh,
there we go. Now
there we go.
So you got to look way off in the distance. And you kind of see something, but I mean, for me, I'm the cynic. It could be anything. Jeff was all excited about it, but this could be a man dressed up in a suit.
That's Jeff out fishing. There he is. Right there.
Sasquatch, if you ask me. It's Sasquatch.
So you only know about Jeff's hairy back because he talked about Nair on one of his episodes, right?
Right.
Episode.
No, he hasn't shown it to me. I mean, there's nothing going on between us or anything.
Come on, Erik. Let's get it out. Friday night, you asked to touch my hairy back, and I said, okay.
No,
you took your fingers, rubbed it through the back.
Like,
guys' night.
Rate it.
What? I got some stuck like in my fingernails. Like, oh.
Ugh. But anyways, that was Bigfoot. I'm telling you, Bigfoot is alive.
Yeah. So how's his back looking right now? Has he?
It's time.
It's time.
It's time. Yeah.
And what do you prefer? A waxing, a shaving, a nairing? what do you need?
I prefer the nair because it's $8 a bottle, and waxing it is like $55 a pop. So I'm a frugal girl,
Yeah. Don't you have a relative who does it for him or something?
No, I don't.
Who was that, Jeff, that said that they wouldn't do your back, or they would do your back?
Oh, my sister. Yes, You're right.
She won't do it.
She won't do his back
because it's too intimate.
It's probably too much hair.
It's not too much hair. I just have patches, for crying out loud.
Will you guys please just do this on the show one week? I would love to see the whole process. You guys, since you're podcasting together now, I mean, come on.
Yeah, we can videotape.
You have to set up the studio in the shower then.
We'll just videotape it.
Yeah. Add that segment. Bring that to the show.
Speaking of, there's reasons why it says don't put nair in certain places.
Oh, yeah.
Just make sure you do that. I did that, try to trim up a little bit, and man, what a mistake that was.
Oh.
Was not good. You're talking about an intense burn.
Just thinking about it hurts.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, this would be a good segue. Speaking of hurting, I could bring something to the news, and then we could get back to your news. Stacey, is that cool?
Absolutely.
Okay. So at themerrymonk.com, I wrote about this story that I found, and there's a man in Arkansas this Monday who woke up. He's a paralyzed man, and he woke up at 7:45 with his midsection just burning, and he has no feeling from the waist down, like his legs or anything like that. But he had this burning sensation in his midsection, and you can read about this at themerrymonk.com. So he likes to sleep in the nude. You need that little piece of information. He wakes up, he looks down, and the stray dog that he took in 3 weeks ago is there between his legs.
What?
And he's got a bloody snout.
What?
And he's got bloody paws.
What?
Yes, and upon further investigation, the paralyzed man found that the dog had eaten one of his testicles.
Oh, it got nared off.
Yeah. So the cops came, they took the dog away. The guy didn't know if the dog had had its shots. They euthanized the dog. They cut the dog's head off and sent the dog's head off to wherever to get tested for rabies. And guess where they sent the man?
Where?
St. Bernard's Regional Medical Center.
Is this a real story?
That is a real story, and they really sent him to St. Bernard's.
Do you have a K9 cannibal?
Oh man, they put that guy down quick. It's like, oh, done with you. Once you've gotten the taste for that kind of thing, you're dangerous.
Well, he had one testicle left. They had to get rid of the dog.
Oh yeah. And so at the Merry Monk, I'm all about the lessons, the spiritual gleanings from these various things I encounter. So I talked about how pain is actually a good thing. I mean, pain is your friend, because without pain, you would never know if a dog was eating your testicle while you sleep. And that's something that's a good lesson to learn. So you can follow along with me there at themerrymonk.com, and you'll be better for it. So back to you, Stacey.
Yeah, was it real quick on that dog story. I took the kids yesterday to the Humane Society to look at dogs. And, you know, if you've ever been to the Humane Society to adopt a pet, we were just looking around. We weren't going to adopt anything. But you see these notes, you know, wouldn't it be fun if you were looking for a dog and says, this dog is a great dog, had an incident where it nipped someone's testicle off. But other than that, he's a great dog.
Nipped nothing. He ate it.
He ate it. Oh,
that's what I read.
Oh my gosh. Well, we're going to take,
what's next?
We're going to take a short break before we get into the next topic real quick. I know we're going to break early here, like a minute in, but we'll be right back on the Jeff Adams Show.
Jam the Hype, your source for positive hip-hop and R&B. Now on your smartphone or tablet, playing new music from
Boy, I know
Lecrae.
that I'm foolish, running off at the tulips. Probably wooing all the coolest, persecutors, the foes. Catch me.
Fizzle,
Fresh up off that plane, touchdown in my city. Flew around the world with this bird on my feet.
Jacob,
And the world is such a beautiful place. I know that we can make it.
Flame,
No, I don't do this so the industry can't know my name. Boy, I do this on purpose.
V-Rose. On our smartphone app, you'll get 24/7 streaming radio, interviews, videos, interact with other music fans, and get live TV broadcasts covering positive hip-hop and R&B events. Now, on the Apple iOS Store and Google Play, Jam the Hype, changing lives with positive hip-hop and R&B. Now on your smartphone or tablet. Jam the Hype, your positive hip-hop and R&B channel.
Hey, I want to share something with you really important. For those who don't know, we're adopting from Haiti. And in the orphanage in Haiti and Jacmel, there's lots of kids that need instruments. I was just there a few weeks ago, and they were learning how to play on these little plastic flutes. The orphanage, the lady that runs the orphanage, Marlena, she asked if there's any way we could raise awareness that these kids need trombones, trumpets, saxophones, tubas. So if you have anything laying around, please send them to me. It's for a great cause, donations. These kids need them. These kids are doing great things in Haiti, but they need instruments. So donate. Hit me up at the Jeff Adams Show on Facebook or the jeffadams.tv, and I will give you an address where you can send these instruments. And thank you for your support. It's for a great cause. Thank you so much. God bless you.
And I'm reading. That is wild. Hey, we're back on the Tech Buzz Network, Jeff Adams Show. I want to thank one of our sponsors, GoDaddy.com, baby.
Yes.
Thank you so much, GoDaddy, for being a sponsor on the Jeff Adams Show and the Tech Buzz Network. Hey, if you haven't ever used GoDaddy, use GoDaddy right now. It's really easy to use. I've used them plenty of times. I've used different domain names. I've bought tons of them. And if you need web space, you need emails, or you just, want to create a creative website, GoDaddy is so easy to use. And if you are a new customer, baby, type in the code Jeff295. That's right, Jeff295, and you can get a 20% discount. And if you're a returning customer, use Jeff20 off and get 20% off in the store. Now, just a quick reminder also is if you're a returning customer, we're not going to get credit, but you will still get the 20% off. So if you want to help out the Tech Bus Network and the Jeff Adams Show, make sure maybe you become another new customer and get a new domain name. I don't know. But anyways, GoDaddy, thank you for being a sponsor on the Jeff Adams Show. Stacey Adams, to you.
So while we were on break, you guys saw a little blurb about Haiti and music instruments. So I just want to explain a little bit about that. So as you guys may be aware, Jeff and I are adopting a little 3.5-year-old boy from an orphanage in Jacmel, Haiti, which is down at the southern tip of Haiti. And we have visited that orphanage a few times, had such a fun time there, getting to know the kids. There's roughly, I think, about 40 kids there. But if you know anything about Haiti and Haitian customs, music is a huge part of their culture and what they do. And the orphanage director, wonderful lady named Marlene, she has spent a lot of time creating and establishing a good music program for those kids to learn sheet music and to perform and to have opportunities to play the music and really just to kind of give them something positive in a place that has a lot of negative. The one thing that she asked us if we could help with the last time we were there was that really all they have are the recorders, and when I say recorders, I mean like the flute kind. That's all the instruments they had available to them. And she had a need to really take it to the next level and offer these kids some instruments that they don't have access to today. So she asked for things like trombones and tubas and saxophones and just all used equipment. So if anybody has any old used equipment, or your kids had used equipment from when they were in school and they were in band, and you would like to donate it, it would be much appreciated, and it would be for a great cause. So hit Jeff and let him know, and we can make arrangements for you guys to send that stuff directly to us, and then we'll get it shipped down to the orphanage down there. So I just wanted to mention that before we moved along with our last bit of news for today.
Very cool. So can I just ask real quick? I mean, that is a huge commitment to adopt a child from Haiti. What is the motivation behind that? I mean, did you guys just come across one specific child that you fell in love with? Did you feel like it's a way to like express your love for God by loving this child and committing long term to giving him a better life? Or like, I mean, that really is amazing to me that you guys would do that with all the BS aside and my kidding about Jeff. I mean, you guys are really awesome people.
Well, thank you. I can speak for me. I can't really speak for Jeff. And Jeff has been on sort of a different timetable of than I have been in terms of I'm ready to adopt a child. He kind of needed an extra decade. I actually have been wanting to adopt a child since I was in college, way before I was ever married. I always felt like it was just a calling for me. And I really particularly felt strongly about international adoption. So for me, it's like something that like God planted a seed in my heart. I always knew it was there. So it was just a matter of waiting, for my husband to get on board with it. And he really got on board with it after the earthquake in January of 2010. So we were watching a lot of the footage from the earthquake and all of the orphans that were left behind at that time and how full the orphanages were. And I think it tugged on his heartstrings, and the timing was just right.
Yeah, that hit me pretty hard too when I saw that. The first I heard of it, I'm pulling out of a Starbucks or something. I'm just hearing about the impact and just going, gosh, the life I live is so different from what I'm hearing that these people are going through. What the heck can I do?
There was like one particular image, and I think it was on CNN, and they were removing rubble, a huge pile of rubble. And as they pulled these huge boulders out, they could hear a human being underneath. And so I was just glued to the TV watching. waiting to see what they were going to pull out from under this rubble. And they pulled out this little 5-year-old boy. And I remember it to this day. He had like these little red shorts on, the kind with the white stripes down the side. They pulled him out. He was covered in white dust, but he was alive and breathing. And this feeling of, I don't know what the feeling was, washed over me. Just like, I got to do something. I need to do something. And then I think at that point, we had the discussion. I turned to Jeff and we had the discussion about adoption. Can we do it now? And I said, can we do it now? And I think he said, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I raised some money online, but I didn't adopt anybody. Bring somebody into my life full time. That's pretty cool.
And
you really shouldn't bring somebody into your life full time unless you feel like you're called to do it, because it's such a big commitment. And I read so much. I'm part of a few groups. I read so much about it going bad after these kids get home. So you got to be super committed to it. There's so much that can go wrong.
Yeah, Jeff, you got to be super committed, Mr. Decade.
Yeah, actually, when I said let's do it, I actually sound like Tom Loke when I said let's do it.
Talking about something else.
My wife gets mad at me all the time because there's certain catchphrases that if anybody ever uses, it becomes a song in my head and I have to say it. Like she said, when she brought that story back up, I heard Tone Loke in my head. Let's do it. And it gets me in trouble. What's the next news story there, Stace?
News.
All right, my last one of the day. So I thought this one was kind of interesting. So NASA has begun development of a magnetically levitating pod that would be used for transporting human beings. There's a picture of it. You can see a prototype. Transporting human beings in place of like trains and buses.
Wait, you're saying human beings and not animals?
Yeah, human beings.
Real human beings?
Not cannibal K9s.
Okay.
Yes.
Carry on.
So it's an interesting concept. It's kind of like everybody has ridden at Disney World, the monorail. Kind of the same concept, because monorail is all electromagnetic energy that's pushing the monorail along. So this,
but they still roll on a wheel.
Levitates.
Yeah, that's cool.
So it's magnetic. It hangs underneath this track that they would construct, and it follows along the track. But it is actually levitating. They're gonna roll it out in Tel Aviv. I guess they've hired a United States-based consulting firm to develop it in Tel Aviv. So
what's behind that? Why would you roll it out in Tel Aviv?
I guess they're the first ones that have the money to implement it. I don't know. I got to think it's pretty expensive.
A lot of magnets.
Well, I guess that's the slowest. I mean, the closest thing that you're going to get to flying cars. I mean, without those clunky things that you see online, like, oh, they finally came up with a flying car, and it's just like some plane that drives down the road with folded up wings above it. But I mean, a levitating pod, that's pretty right on.
It's like Jetsons style, you know?
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Cool.
Did you guys see my post on, I think I posted it last night about this rocket man. He actually can fly. He's got this thing. He was flying with some airplanes, but I've
seen that guy.
Yeah, man. It's like the Rocketeer from Walt Disney World, that movie.
Yeah.
That no one remembers
that's very
except
fun.
me.
He spent way too much time watching Iron Man.
Yeah. Guys, rad, dude. There he is right there.
Yeah, he's been doing that stuff for a while. I just saw, what did he do? Like a B-52 flyby or something?
Yeah.
Recently?
No, that's the ostrich.
What is that? A flying cow?
No, that's an ostrich. This is proof that ostriches can really fly. I posted that last night or this morning, but true story, man. This guy put little propellers on that ostrich and took it up in the air.
All right. Well, this has been a very successful news segment. I'm liking it. I think you guys got something going here.
Yeah, I love the expensive Apple headphones that you have.
No, it's not a. It's a banner. Let me just let you see that.
3 free sends. Key Life. Steve Brown.
Yeah. It's the only thing I had to cover up all my CDs. But it's it promotes Steve Brown's book, 3 Free Sins. You should go check that out. 3freesins.com. Change your life.
Oh yeah. Well, Stacey, I know you have lots of things to do. So we will say goodbye to you for the rest of the show, and thanks for hanging out on the Jeff Adams show, and really appreciate the news.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Cool. I had fun. Can't commit to being here every week, but we'll see if I get an A, a B, or a C. Maybe Jeff will have me back.
Good to meet you. I think people would rather look at you than us. That's for sure.
That's for darn sure. You'll kick up the ratings big time.
You guys in the chat room can vote for me.
All right. I think they've already voted. You're so much better to look at.
I think. She needs her own show.
40-something. Yeah, they can just stare at you all day. So thanks, Stacey.
All right.
For hanging out, and I'll see
you. Bye, guys. See you later.
In a little while. How you doing? Hey. All right. So, yeah, Erik, I wanted to ask you something that I forgot to ask you is about your diet, man. How's that coming along for you? After that big pep talk last week, you were talking about, I want to do this. I want to be held accountable. And so I really want to know where you are with it and how you're doing with it. I know doing a diet is a very, very hard thing. It's hard doing the diet thing and watching what you eat. I think I dropped 11 pounds and it was very tough. I'm still 11 pounds down and I think I blew it yesterday. Eating bad, took the kids out, went to McDonald's, shouldn't have done that. And wasn't good. So how's it going? No, I think we lost Erik on the feed. So if this is interesting. Everybody bounced live on the show, and here I sit freestyling like a rapper. So
I'm here. I'll be in the audio for you just to bounce some things so I can get Erik back. I think his internet went down.
Man, this has been an interesting show.
Been a good show,
live, baby. All live. So what do you guys think in the chat room? What do you guys think about my set? Put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. I know I hear jokes about the plant trees. The plant trees are actually on loan because of they belong in my house. And you're on a budget and everything. You just got to steal things from the house. So when the show's over, I put the plants back. Until I can afford my own plants. Maybe I should grow my own plants. And Erik just said, "Oh, my video dropped."
Yeah, his internet went off. It probably was Skype that crashed. We'll get him back.
So some of the people in the chat room saying better than my set. You guys take a lot of pride, and I guess some of you guys do broadcasting. Maybe some of you don't. But I decided to do something with my set and do something different. Build a little set out. And for those that don't know, my day job, I work for jamthehype.com, and I am building them an online broadcast channel. So I've been trying to up the ante a little bit. We're ordering a whole bunch of equipment, and this is gonna be like one set primarily probably for the news for Jam the Hype, and then I'm gonna have another set over to my right that we're gonna build out. That's gonna be really interesting. So it's gonna be a nice little studio here at the Jeff Adams show. More, I should say, it's Jam the Hype studio. Hey, Erik, what's going on, man?
Hey, I don't know what happened. I got dropped, but I'm back. And I'm sorry that I didn't get to say goodbye to Stacey. That was fun.
Yeah, so I was sitting there rambling, and I was asking you. I didn't get to ask you last week, but how's, after that big speech you gave us last week, how's the diet going, man?
It's going good. I'm back on the Moon Food program. I've been on it for 3 days. I have no weight to report. I haven't weighed myself yet, but I have been disciplined, and the clothes are feeling just a little bit looser. I'm back on it. So please do keep asking, because I'll know that I have to get on the camera and I have to do this show, and that's coming up, and I'm going to have to report, and I want good news to report. So I'm going to keep trucking. Thanks for asking.
So how long, when did you start back up? On Saturday morning after the big shindig at the pizza parlor?
I started back up on like Sunday night, I think.
Sunday night. And we're on Thursday, so you're doing good, man. That's good.
Yeah.
I've lost 11 pounds, and I'm just at that mark where I haven't lost anymore. Like yesterday, I went out with the kids, and I ate really bad and just said, the hell with it. And But I mean, it's so hard sometimes to, stay on track. So hopefully we can keep each other accountable. And
that sounds good.
Lose some weight here. I'm gonna have to start exercising. Stacey actually got a personal trainer, and I'm thinking about going to that guy maybe. And I've got to start exercising, I think, and instead of watching the calories, because I'm like stuck right now in the same spot. So we'll see. We'll see where it goes.
You could just let yourself go. She married you because God told her to, not because she's attracted to you. So,
No, I mean, I got a kid. I got a kid coming from Haiti, for crying out loud, who's 3 and runs super fast. So I got to do something, man. I got to do something. I don't want to be one of these guys. I want to be able to play catch with him if I'm 50 something and he's 13. I don't want to be sitting in a wheelchair.
Hey man, we haven't talked about creativity today.
Yeah, go for it.
I do want to throw out one bit that was inspiring to me to wrap up the program. At themerrymonk.com, I've posted about this guy, this old dude, like
Oh, we lost him again. We lost the Merry Monk. Well, that was it's been a very interesting show at Technology.
And his he used to be a lettering.
Interesting. We lost the Merry Monk. You know what? I think without further ado, I think this is with all the complications to date on the Jeff Adams Show live. Lots of things happened, lots of shenanigans, and all kinds of technical stuff out of our control. True to doing a live show here on the internet. Let's say adios for this week, and I want to thank everybody for hanging out in the chat room. It's been fun. It's been excellent. It's been a learning experience, and episode 20 is finally over, and we're on into the 20s now, baby. And looks like we're here to stay for a little while, and we can always improve to get better within time. But check out the JeffAdamsShow.tv for blog updates weekly. If you like us on Facebook fan page, make sure you go do that. And also check out the merrymonk.com. And so we will wrap it up until next time. Peace out, homies, on the JeffAdamsShow.tv.